Okay, so you all have an opportunity that is being facilitated. A facilitated opportunity for the truth of you to be expressed. A facilitated opportunity for the truth of you to be expressed, brought into this moment. When you gather to create an environment that is conducive to transformation. That's why you gather. You gather so that transformation might follow. You gather so that you will change. You gather to have support on the journey. That's why you're here. You're here to facilitate transformation within your life. And when you look into the circle, you see that transformation being emanated. See, we tell you that your internal journey is expressed like a movie being projected on a screen. It's expressed into your physical world. Well, when you look around a circle like this and you see people gathered with a similar intention, what does that tell you about your internal journey? It tells you that you are actually walking your path. You are actually moving along your journey, or you would not have people reflecting back to you the fact that you are experiencing it. Now, for the people who listen later, the idea that you're listening means the same thing. So don't feel like you missed out because you weren't here in person. The idea that you're gathering here to have this experience, or gathering later to listen to the experience as recorded here, indicates that your internal journey is aligned with the idea of transformation. That habit, that doing it the way you've always done it, being the way you've always been, isn't getting the job done, meaning it isn't bringing you to bliss. And if it's not bringing you to bliss, it's not giving you all that you can have. All of your experiences can be measured against one standard. Am I experiencing bliss? Now, what is bliss? Of course, bliss is a state of no opposite. It's a state that's outside of duality. Are you in bliss? Not very often. So, you're moving out of the states that are not resulting in bliss and moving into states that do. Sometimes it's a bumpy road. Well, guess what? You've had 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 years of practice of doing it one way, and you've got lots of different lifetimes expressing themselves of doing it one way, so there's a lot to change. But the wonderful thing is you can change it faster than you developed the habit in the first place. And that's why we come, and we want to acknowledge that you are showing up. You are showing up to receive what we have to offer. That means that your internal journey is reflecting. We are the reflection of your internal yearning, your internal desire, and your internal readiness for transformation. Because you could not appear in this work without an internal readiness for a new experience. It's impossible. People just don't stroll by. It's not drop in because it's handy location.
Nice long hot tubs.
Nice long hot tubs. All right.
Bring an umbrella.
With an umbrella. Okay. Okay. Somebody else. Who else has loved themselves well recently?
Well, I've started meditating again, like no matter what, at least once a day. Yeah, and that's like the best thing I can do for myself.
Excellent. You see, when you bring a vibration of appreciation, when you bring a vibration of appreciation into your day-to-day life, you create within you a magnetism for being appreciated. You see, when you start with an energetic of appreciation for yourself, it becomes magnetic for others to appreciate you. And who couldn't have a little bit more appreciation in their life? That's one of those things you can't necessarily get too much of, right? And when you love yourself well and you tell yourself the truth and you show up authentically and you do all these things and you appreciate your physicality or your physical circumstances, you are giving yourself permission to live from that place. See, you've been in a culture of denying your needs or feeling guilty if you acknowledge your needs. You've been in a service-oriented society, especially as light workers. It's all been about helping others. And as Elohim has taught you for a long time now, helping yourself first and giving from your excess, if you choose to, is really the way to make sure you can continue to offer something. What we're saying is that in order to take this even further and allow yourself to interact with the physical in a new way, it requires that you bring into it appreciation. Appreciation for your life, appreciation for your body, appreciation for what you're currently experiencing, because you cannot transform your current experience without getting into a conscious, high vibrational acknowledgement of the moment, which can be done through appreciation. Appreciation brings you to the moment. It's another way to get into the moment. So by appreciating yourself, you bring yourself into a space where you're loving yourself well. Appreciating the fact that your body responds to sitting in hot water, that your body responds to beauty, that your body responds to taking care of yourself and giving yourself the help you need, that your body responds to time set aside for focus, for intention, for nurturing. So when you let yourself go and love on yourself, you give yourself appreciation. And appreciation is a very high vibrational state, and it's quite magnetic, and it brings to you more appreciation. God, we love you guys. We sure do. We love being with you. It's so fun and fascinating and interesting, and it's getting even just more and more juicy every week. It's like it never ends, and it's always interesting, and there's always more for us to look at, and you're holding the space in such a new way. We talked to you about that before, but it's just like, do you remember these toys called Weeble Wobbles? You know those Weeble Wobbles? You guys don't know? Okay, so they kind of look like an egg, right? They got kind of an egg shape, but not quite so pointy on one end. So kind of like this, right? And you guys used to just be bodies. And you just come and you sit in your chair. But now, because of the way you're emanating, your Weeble Wobble shape gets all filled up. And so there's no space between you. So what that means is it's like a nest or a bowl or a vessel of some kind. And it's just yummy to sit in. So there you go.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, we just love you. And the girls tell us to be all lovey, so we're just loving on you that way. And wonder about what's going to happen. That just puts stuff in the way, okay? Go back into there, better. It's the difference between sort of sitting forward out of balance and sitting with your tailbone really in the seat. So let your tailbone just sink into the chair. There you go. See the difference? Well, feel the difference might be a better question. And this is something that we haven't had a lot of discussion about in this circle, is the support the chakras have for each other. It's not just that your root chakra is about survival and your second chakra is about sexuality, etc. It really becomes the interaction between the chakras that's truly the fascinating point and the way to balance them. So bring balance into the chakras by feeding their energy into each other. So as you are in your survival space, what comes next but your community encounter? The first chakra can be seen as the place, the foundation. It's the place where you create your physical representation on the planet. And then the second chakra is the place where you share that physical representation with others.